Summer 2022 anime has officially come to an end, and we had a great season. The four most notable shows to come out this season will have to be Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Made in Abyss Season 2, Licorice Recoil, and Class of the Elite Season 2. Four great shows with Anime of the Year moments, even though I haven't finished Made in Abyss Season 2, but we're not going to talk about all that. You know what? We have to talk about it. The reason why I haven't finished Made in Abyss Season 2 is because, I don't really know. I had this habit of just watching shows or starting shows and just never finishing. And I don't know why I do that, especially with a show this great. And it kind of makes me mad because when I go on social media or looking at my anime list or just talk to people that I know have watched Made in Abyss Season 2, they always tell me that it was so good, 10 out of 10, anime of the year. And it's crazy because I was a person who was saying that. But no, I am actually watching as we speak right now, and each and every episode just manages to get better and better. The storytelling, mystery, lore, world building, everything about it is just so good. And I spend it no less because it is Made in Abyss. With Licorice Recoil and Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I think I have to put these two shows next to Made in Abyss Season 2 as candidates for Anime of the Year. Those two shows were so good, especially Licorice Recoil, and it might get a part 2 because, man, oh man. I already knew they were going to do their thing the last couple episodes, but they exceeded my expectations, and because of that, it's more than likely going to get another video on it. And I think it's only right to do so. But no, we're getting off topic. Let's talk about the main topic at hand, and that's the fall anime of 2022. I went on livechart.com to go scout out some of the shows that you guys should be watching this season. And hopefully by the end, you guys add on some of these shows that I'll talk about if you haven't already. But before I get into today's video, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first show that we have is Shinobi no Itakoi. Hope I'm saying that right. I gotta get my Japanese up. Itakai Sakura was an ordinary student until his life was turned upside down. He finds out that he's the 19th heir of the famous Iga ninjas. The Iga must try to defend what is theirs from the Koga, a rivaling clan seeking to end Itakoi's life. Itakoi is left with no other choice but to become a shinobi that's strong enough to not only protect himself, but also his village. Now a student at Kototen Ninja Academy, a high school specializing in shinobi techniques, Itakoi learns the way of the modern day ninja, equipped with high-tech suits and gadgets. Together with students from other villages, Itakoi clashes with the Koga in an attempt to end the rivalry once and for all. My thoughts on this anime was, well, first and foremost, it seems like this is an anime original, and we just got done with probably one of the best anime originals of all time, Licorice Recoil, so can we get a back-to-back banger anime originals? And we'll have to see, but judging from this trailer, it might be good. When I was watching the trailer, it kind of threw me off because in the first half, it seemed like it was a lot of slice of life, looking like a harem low-key. And I was like, okay, is this going to be a slice of life with ninjas? Kind of remind me of a little bit of Assassination Classroom because it was kind of like slice of life filled with assassins at the same time. But when we got to that second half, I said, oh, hold on. They're doing something now. Straight to action. I was like, okay, hold on. It's kind of one of those shows where they kind of mislead you with that slice of life, and then it gets right into that action. You see people dying, people get their heads cut off. All in all, it looked pretty interesting. Now we'll be checking this anime out. Next up, we have More Than a Married Couple, But Not Lovers. The story is set in a high school where students are forced to live as a pseudo couple as part of the curriculum. Hiro Yalkin is paired with Akari Watanabe, who is the complete opposite of him, in a traditional marital training class. At the suggestion of Akari, they start living as a pseudo couple in order to get the right to exchange pairs, which is given to the top performers. They practice various activities such as the first kiss in order to earn points, but as they come to understand each other's personalities and thoughts, they unintentionally become closer and come to like each other. My thoughts on this was, well, the synopsis sounds so wild. Like, you have to get paired with someone as a grade. Like, your whole grade is dependent on if you can click with someone. If you can't, you just fail. You can't graduate. That's crazy. When I was watching the trailer, the colors really stood out. It looked pretty. And for some reason, I got strong Shikamori vibes. If you watch Shikamori's Not a Cutie, which aired in spring, I believe, you would know that the girl was the alpha and the boyfriend was the beta. And I don't know why. I just really hope that it's not like this because I dropped Shikimori for that same reason. Like, Shikimori's boyfriend was just too much of a beta bitch, bro. And I hated that. It was so cringe, man. It was like, bro, can you stop, man? Like, please. Act like a male. Man up a little bit, bro. So I really, really hope that this anime is not like that. I'm just wrong. And you know, of course, another reason why I add on this anime to my list because it was a romance. You know me, you know how some people have a sweet tooth? Well, I have a romance tooth. It's mandatory for me to have at least 1 or 2 romances per season on my list. It's just my duty as a certified romance tar to add on the romances to my list. So if for some reason I'm wrong, like I was with girlfriend, rent a girlfriend, and Shikimori's not a cutie, then I'll take that L. But I just must do it as a certified romance tar. Next up we have The Eminence in Shadow, and I low-key heard a little bit about this, so hopefully it's good. Some people just aren't suited to playing the part of the flashy, in-your-face hero or the dastardly mustache-twirling villain with larger-than-life panache. Instead, they operate in the shadows and pull the strings of society through wit and cleverness. That's the role Sid wants to play when he's transported to another world. Sid spends a year or 3 and becomes the unlikely leader of the underground Shadow Garden organization that fights against a menacing cult, which he totally made up. However, there's a catch even his wild imagination didn't see coming. The cult he concocted actually exists, and they're beyond displeased that his power fantasy just got in the way of their evil plans. This will probably be the first isekai that I've watched since like Jobless Reincarnation or Assassination Aristocrat. I'm not really too big on looking for isekais. Like, I like isekais, don't get me wrong. Konosuba and ReZero are 2 of my top 10 shows of all time. But when it comes to isekais, especially nowadays, they're just all the same. They're either just very boring or a MC that's overpowered surrounded by a bunch of girls. And it's like, I could just be watching something else. This is just wasting my time. But like I said before, I heard some good things about this series, so I want to check it out, and I gotta say, it looks pretty interesting. When I was reading the synopsis, I thought it was gonna be some lighthearted, goofy isekai show, but the trailer proved me completely wrong. Judging by the tone in the trailer, this is gonna be a dark fantasy, and I love dark fantasies. I love how brutal, gory, and unforgiving dark fantasies are, so this is gonna be an isekai that I'm definitely gonna enjoy. Next, I'm gonna start talking about the bigger, well-known shows, starting off with Spy X Family Part 2. It's the second core to the first season, so it's really not much else to say about this other than the fact that the first part was pretty good. Like I said in my previous Spy Family video, it was definitely going to be something that was going to blow up. It had everything that an anime watcher would want. The action, slice of life, characters,
I want that and I desire that. I need that. I'm dreaming about that, man.
But yeah, like I said before, it should just be a continuation of the first course, so it should be pretty good. Next up, we have My Hero Season 6. And for this, if you're a My Hero lover, please skip this section of the video because what I'm about to say, you might not like. When Season 1 and Season 2 of My Hero came out, I thought that My Hero had potential to be one of the best anime of the new generation. I thought it had potential to be one of the GOATs of anime, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Big 3, just one of the most iconic anime of all time. It even got to a point where after an episode, I would call up my friends and we just discuss for like an hour straight how My Hero was just that good. But then Season 3 hit. Season 3 just didn't feel as good as Season 1, Season 2. Like, don't get me wrong, Season 3 had its moments like the 1,000,000% Detroit Smash on Muscular, but other than that, it just didn't feel like it was consistently getting better like Season 1, Season 2 was. And you know, it happens. Not every season could be as good as the others. So I was like, okay, Season 4 is going to make up for where Season 3 fell short because I heard so many good things about Overhaul, Lemillion, Eri. But then I watched Season 4 and I was like, this is not it. And then that's when Season 5 came out, like what, last year? And then all the manga readers were like, oh yeah, this is going to shut a lot of My Hero haters up. And then you watch the first half and it's Class B versus Class A, and I'm sitting here like, was this supposed to shut me up? At that point, I just said, man, My Hero, I'm done. I'm done. No more chances. I gave you way too many chances. Chances that I wouldn't even give any other anime because I truly believed in you. I even heard Part 2 of Season 5 was terrible. And even though it was the animator's fault, I just felt no reason to even try to catch up to the manga. It's sad to see, it really is sad to see, because My Hero really was supposed to be one of the best shows out there. But Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, all these newer shows, they're just proven to be better than My Hero. And you know, I should have known. I should have known My Hero was falling off because they took out You Say Run. You Say Run is one of the best OSTs I've ever heard in my life. And then when they took that out in season 4 and replaced it with the woman singing, I was like, what are y'all doing, My Hero? What are y'all doing? Like, don't get me wrong, it was cool and all to hear her sing as a replacement for the OST for like once or twice, but at some point you have to bring back You Say Run. It's You Say Run. You hate to see it, you really do. Next up we have Mob Psycho season 3. In order to save the boss of the claw, Mob absorbed all the energy and caused a giant broccoli to sprout within the city. The broccoli is now revered as a divine tree by the Psycho Helmet religion, and eventually the whole city becomes enchanted by this dangerous tree. Now, Mob must find a way to cut down this divine tree with Reigen, Retsu, and Taru, but will they be successful? Man, I'm so excited for Mob Psycho season 3 to come out, man. I love Mob Psycho. I'm not gonna lie, at first I was a Mob Psycho hater for some reason. It just didn't click with me, but then I said, you know what, let me give it one more chance, and it ended up being one of the best anime decisions I could ever make. The cool psychic powers, characters, especially Mob and Reigen's dynamic, fights, like they really get down, and it's just so crazy to see that a manga creator went 2 for 2 on his series. Like for this one, Mob Psycho and One Punch Man, they're both great. Not to say that we haven't seen them before, like Togashi with Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter, or the creator of ReZero and Vivi. And when I say manga creators not being able to create other good works, I'm looking at you, Kishimoto. How can you give us Naruto, even though you kind of flopped at the end, but then you give us Samurai 8 and Boruto? But yeah, I'm really excited to see Mob Psycho season 3, one of my top 5 favorite new gen shows. So I've been anticipating this ever since season 2 ended. So yeah, definitely can't wait for Mob Psycho season 3 to come out. Gonna be a top 3 fall show for sure. Next up we have Blue Lock. After a disastrous defeat at the 2018 World Cup, Japan's team struggles to regroup. But what's missing? An absolute ace striker who can guide them to the win. The Japan Football Union is hell-bent on creating a striker who hungers for goals and thirsts for victory, and who could be the decisive instrument in turning around and losing match. And to do so, they've gathered 300 Japan's best and brightest youth players. Who will emerge to lead the team, and will they be able to outmuscle and out-ego everyone who stands in their way? I've heard about Blue Lock for a long time. I've heard people say that it's one of the best sports mangas of all time. Me personally, I'm not a big soccer or football fan, but let me not say that I wouldn't like this. I probably care less about cooking food than I do soccer, but even then, Food Wars made it to where I was able to actually enjoy people cooking food. You know, even though they had some other things going on in that show, I would say all in all, just them cooking and competing with one another, it was just something that was so fun for me to see, and it ended up being one of my favorite shows at one point in time. So Food Wars will do that for me. I'm sure that Blue Lock will be able to make me enjoy soccer. And next up we have Bleach, and with this there is no synopsis needed. Bleach is finally back after so long, man. I remember waiting forever for Bleach to come out, man. Some people thought it was never gonna come out. I always felt like it was gonna come back. Eventually, it's just no way they couldn't finish one of the big 3 anime. A lot of people was reading the manga because they had no faith in the anime coming back, but like I said, I had faith, and look where it landed me, an anime adaptation. And it looks so clean, man. It's coming back. Bleach is back, man. I already know the fights and everything is gonna go crazy. I heard some things about this last arc not being all that good, but who cares? The fact that it just came back, man, I don't expect much from Bleach. It's all I care about is Bleach is back. We're gonna get good openings, good endings, good moments, good transformations. You know I gotta watch on Disney Plus, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'll take it.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
And last but certainly not least, we have Chainsaw Man. Denji is a teenage boy living with a chainsaw devil named Pochita. Due to the debt his father left behind, he has been living a rock bottom life while repaying his debt by harvesting the devil's corpse with Pochita. One day, Denji is betrayed and killed. As his consciousness fades, he makes a contract with Pochita and gets revived as Chainsaw Man, a man with a devil's heart. Man, oh man, I cannot wait for this anime to come out. This is going to be the best fall anime. There's really no debate about it. There's no ifs, buts, nothing. Better than Bleach, Mob Psycho, all of those animes. It's so great that I'm not even going to say too much. I'm just going to make a whole dedicated video to Chainsaw Man because it's just that good. All I'm going to say is all the new gens, Black Clover, My Hero, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, they're not better than Chainsaw Man.
Listen here, nigga.
And I'll explain all of that in that video. That's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you added on some shows to your fall watch list. I just want to say thank you for the support from the last video. We did very good on it. It made me happy, made me smile. It just motivates me even more and more to just upload these videos, getting this content out. Because this is what I love to do. I love to talk about anime. I love to entertain people. So I just love the fact that other people also love me talking about this. And I just want to continue to get better and better. And I'm striving every single time I make a video to just be better than the last one. So yeah, like I said, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. L. Psy. Congru.